Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat Saves and I'm on a mission to help you shop smarter and save money. So while I was doing some research on YouTube for like money saving, shopping content, you know, just kind of to get some ideas for videos, I came across this self-care shopping trend, and let me just tell you, it rubbed me the wrong way. So obviously I went down a rabbit hole, as you do. I typed in self-care shopping into TikTok and I came across all of these videos. These videos get millions of views. Of course they do. I can see exactly why they do, but I just feel like we cannot be normalizing this level of overconsumption. I think this is quite wild, honestly, and it is just so unrealistic. We can't be normalizing overconsumption and overspending and calling it self-care. These girls are literally like throwing any odd products into their baskets, doing these huge hauls of stuff. I spent £500 in boots, I spent £1,000 in, I don't know, Lululemon or whatever it is. You know, I'm like, this just isn't real life. It is literally just too much stuff for one person. You don't need 5 different moisturizers. You don't need an entire drawer of different flavored lip balms. It's not normal, and the average person just can't afford that. We honestly all have much more important things to spend our hard-earned money on. I feel like we can all kind of agree on that. Honestly, I just wanted to have a little chat about it. I wanted to see what you guys think about it, because I came across all of these videos and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then I also came across this video on YouTube, which I thought was incredible, and I'm going to link it below. She's going to go into so much more detail than I am in this video, so I would definitely recommend checking it out. And sometimes I do kind of worry that maybe I'm adding to the problem. If you've seen any of my shorts videos or my TikTok or Instagram videos, sometimes I do series that are like 5 things to always buy in Boots, 5 things to always buy in M&S, stuff like that. And sometimes I worry that it comes across in the wrong way, because it's not like I'm telling you, you need to buy, you know, these 25 products. I'm not saying like you have to buy these exact things. It's more like, here's some really cool recommendations of good products that are really affordable. If you are someone who likes to use hairspray, here's a really affordable hairspray that you can buy. It's kind of like that. It's like, I want to give people options, affordable options that are actually good quality as well. I think that's kind of what I try to do with those types of videos, and I really worry that it comes across as me, you know, telling you, you need to buy all of these products, which is definitely not my intention at all. And I definitely do think there is a difference between like buying a really nice shampoo because you've run out, so you know you're going to need to buy one, and like just loading up a basket full of products that you don't need because, you know, it makes you feel good. It gives you that little dopamine hit for a very short amount of time. I do honestly believe that it's okay to treat yourself. I am never going to say don't treat yourself. We need treats here and there. It is actually very important to have little treats here and there, I do think, but I also think that your treat needs to fit inside your budget. I know that is incredibly boring. Sorry to just be like really sensible about it, but I think if you're gonna have a treat, it should still fit inside your budget. Let's treat ourselves, but in a sensible way, okay? And you might be watching this thinking, why does she care? Like, who does she think she is? Why does she care what I spend my money on? But honestly, it is because I care about people. I care about you. I care about your financial situation. I just care. I care about your financial health. I care about your mental health as well. I don't think it is honestly widely talked about enough how much your financial situation affects your mental health, but I think it is incredibly important. And if we don't talk about it, this culture of overconsumption is just going to get worse. So I do think it is incredibly important to just be aware of what we're watching online, be aware of what is actually real and what is fake. Just be aware of what influences us and be aware of where we are spending our money. I think buying things in such huge quantities is just really wasteful as well. There is no way you're getting through all of that. There is no way you're using all that stuff. Some of that is just going to be sitting in a drawer or on your shelf, and it's just never going to get opened. A lot of people think it is just harmless shopping, you know. I earn this money, I can spend this money however I want to. That is totally fair, but for a lot of people, it is not just harmless shopping, it becomes a really serious shopping addiction. That can lead to a lot of financial stress and it can lead to a lot of debt. Shopping should not be seen as self-care at all, and I really don't like the phrase retail therapy. I just don't think it is healthy at all to even put the word therapy in that kind of world. I just don't think shopping should be associated with the word therapy at all. And it is kind of funny, when you do think of self-care, you might think of like putting a face mask on or like doing your nails. That's like cute aesthetic self-care that you see online, but these things are not actually helping you on a deeper level at all. That's why I don't think they are real self-care habits. But I'm not just going to sit here and moan about it. I am just going to give you a few real self-care habits that are actually going to help on a much deeper level and are actually going to help you in the long term, instead of just shopping for a bunch of products that you don't need and will most likely sit in your cupboards for a very long time collecting dust. Okay, so actual self-care habits include getting enough sleep. It is so incredibly important. You sleep for like a third of your life. I think that is a fact. I'm going to double check that and put it on screen, but I think that's a fact. You sleep for a third of your life. It is so important to get good quality sleep for your mind and for your body. Learning to cook and eating well. This is so important. I'm going to say, honestly, for all of these tips, I'm going to say each one of them is incredibly important because that's honestly what I believe. But just eating well, like we eat every single day. We have to eat, we have to fuel our bodies, and we have to be eating really good food to fuel our minds as well. If you're just eating, you know, processed food, if you're eating a frozen pizza every single day, imagine how gross you're going to feel. You're not going to be in the right place mentally or physically. So it is just really important to learn how to cook and just to eat really good food. And leading on from that point, the next one is drinking enough water. This is honestly just so simple. It is so simple, but you need to be drinking 2 to 3 liters every single day. Your body is made up of like 80% water, something like that. Again, I'll fact check it and put it on screen, but you know, you need to be drinking water. It is so important for you. So try and remember to do that. Get yourself a big bottle, or you know, set yourself a reminder on your phone to pop up every hour, like drink water. I find that really helpful. The next one is building strong, healthy relationships. And by relationships, I mean kind of with anyone, with friends, with family, with a romantic partner. It is really important to socialize. It's so important to socialize. I definitely saw a fact recently about how important it is to socialize. I can't remember what it is. I'll put that on screen as well. So honestly, making time for other people is also really important for your mental health, and it is a really, really great act of self-care. Doing enough exercise. Guys, are you doing enough exercise? Now, if you are someone who doesn't enjoy the gym, that's absolutely fine. Not everybody enjoys it, but you need to be finding something that you want to do. Do you like walking? Do you like running? Maybe you want to do swimming. Do you want to do a dance class? Do you want to take up a sport? Let's, you know, play some tennis. Let's take up badminton. You can do so many different forms of exercise. You just have to find something that you enjoy doing, and that is how you're going to stick to it. I just think it is so important to be lifting weights, doing some kind of cardio, just keeping active, because as we get older, our bodies are going to be drastically declining. From the age of like 30 to 35, I'm pretty sure that is when your bone density is declining, your muscles are declining, like everything's kind of going downhill from that age. So you need to be looking after yourself while you're young, and then when you're older, you are definitely going to feel the effects of it. Like if you're 70 years old, you've been exercising your entire life, compared to someone else who's 70 who has never exercised, you will see a massive, massive difference in the quality of life. And my last self-care habit that I want to mention is learning new things. And by this I mean learning new skills, and also just learning about topics and subjects that you find interesting. Constantly learning is so important. You shouldn't just stop learning once you've left education. Honestly, I'm 28 years old, and I've recently decided I have an interest in filmmaking, I have an interest in cinematography, and I bought a couple of books. I like to do a little bit of my own studying. and research and stuff in my own time, and I find it so fascinating. So I'm constantly learning, and I think pick a skill, pick a subject of interest and just learn about it. And I think that is an incredibly good self-care habit that you will honestly find so useful. Excessive shopping, spending loads of money, owning loads of materialistic things are just not self-care habits. They are not going to make you feel better in the long term. They're going to give you a very short dopamine hit, and that's it. They're not going to help you in the long term at all, but the things I just listed will. Please do leave me a comment if you want to add anything to the discussion. I really want to hear other people's opinions on this. What do you think about self-care shopping? Please do give me a like, it really helps me out, and subscribe if you want to see any more smart shopping and money saving content.